Kids, do you know what to do when a stranger offers you toys or snacks? Today, Miss Becky is going to tell a story about a smart and brave little cat named Lily. In this story, Lily meets a stranger who tries to tempt her with toys. Through Lily's experience, we'll learn how to recognize and deal with people who might bring danger. Let's listen to Lily's amazing adventure in Sunnyville. In Sunnyville, the sky is as blue as can be, with clouds that look like big, fluffy marshmallows. The houses on both sides of the street are so colorful, just like an open box of crayons. Birds are singing cheerfully, and the gentle breeze carries the sweet smell of flowers. Here lives the lively and lovely little cat, Lily. Her eyes are as green as emeralds, always looking at the world with curiosity. Her fur is soft and white, so smooth to the touch, just like the finest silk. Lily has a sunny personality and is curious about everything. Every day, she has a great time playing around in the town. In the morning, she races with her puppy friend, Max, on the lawn. Max runs like a little steam train, and Lily tries her best to keep up. At noon, she shares interesting stories with her bird friend, Tweet, under the big tree. Tweet tells her all about the beautiful views in the sky, and Lily listens intently. In the afternoon, Lily's favorite place to go is the town garden. The garden is full of beautiful flowers, and butterflies are fluttering around. She chases the butterflies excitedly, having a wonderful time. This is Lily's daily life, happy and carefree. However, one day, when she was playing in the town square, the appearance of a stranger shattered this peace. That day, the sun was still shining warmly on the town square. The square was extremely lively, with colorful balloons floating in the wind. Kids were playing and laughing nearby, and their laughter echoed throughout the square. Lily, just like usual, was happily playing with her little yarn ball in a corner of the square. She would bat the ball around with her paws one moment and jump up to pounce on it the next, having a blast. Just then, a stranger strolled over. The stranger was wearing a long, black coat and a big hat that covered his face so well that it was hard to see what he looked like. The stranger stopped in front of Lily. He took out a fluffy little mouse toy from his pocket and waved it in front of Lily. The little mouse toy was so lifelike. Its fur was soft and felt so nice. Its two little eyes were as black as shiny little beans, as if it could run away at any moment. While waving the toy, the stranger said to Lily in a very friendly voice, "Little kitty, look how much fun this toy is. If you come with me, I'll give it to you. And I know a place where there are so many fun toys like this, too many to count. Do you want to go?" As soon as Lily saw the little mouse toy, her eyes lit up right away. Her little paw couldn't help but reach out to grab the toy. Lily really loves toys, especially such a cute little mouse toy. It was a huge temptation for her. But just as Lily was about to touch the toy, she suddenly remembered what her mom had told her, "Honey, when you're playing outside, never go with strangers. They might be bad people who will take you away and you'll never see Mom and your friends again." Lily started to feel a bit worried. She tilted her head and looked at the stranger in front of her. She felt that something wasn't right. Even though the toy was so tempting, she knew she couldn't trust the stranger easily. So, Lily pulled back her paw, shook her little head, and said to the stranger, "I'm not going. My mom said I can't go with people I don't know." After saying that, Lily turned around and wanted to leave to go back to playing with her yarn ball. But the stranger just wouldn't give up. He followed Lily closely and kept saying, "Little kitty, don't worry. I'm really a nice guy. Those toys are so much fun. You'll definitely love them when you go. And I have a lot of yummy snacks, too. I can give them all to you." Lily was a bit scared after hearing what the stranger said. She quickened her pace, trying to get rid of this stranger. But the stranger was like a piece of gum that just wouldn't come off, following her closely all the time. Lily's heart started beating faster. She knew she was in trouble and had to find a way to get away from this annoying stranger. So, Lily decided to run around the streets of the town, hoping to find a familiar friend or an adult to help. As she ran, she kept looking back and saw that the stranger was still chasing her closely. Lily was extremely anxious. Her little mind was spinning fast, thinking of all kinds of ways to get rid of the stranger. She ran past one street after another, past one store after another, but didn't see any familiar faces. Lily was a bit desperate. She didn't know what to do. Just then, she suddenly thought of a place, the police station. There are police officers in the police station. They will surely protect her and drive this stranger away. So, Lily summoned up her courage and ran as fast as she could towards the police station. Lily sprinted towards the police station as fast as her little legs could carry her. Her legs were short, but she was running faster than the wind at this moment. The wind was whistling in her ears. People on the way were all surprised to see Lily running in such a panic and stared with wide eyes. The stranger never expected Lily to run towards the police station. He was stunned for a moment and then immediately quickened his pace to chase after her. Lily was so scared. She kept turning her head to look and saw that the stranger was just not far behind and couldn't be shaken off. Finally, Lily reached the entrance of the police station. Without even catching her breath, she rushed right in. The police officers in the police station were all very puzzled when they saw a little cat suddenly burst in. Lily ran to a police officer's feet, reached out her little paw, and tightly grabbed the officer's pants leg, meowing non-stop. Her meows were full of fear and urgency. The police officer quickly squatted down and gently stroked Lily's head, saying softly, "Little kitty, don't be afraid." What on earth happened? Lily seemed to understand the police officer's words. She lifted her little paw and pointed outside. The police officer immediately understood, stood up, and went outside with several of his colleagues. At this time, the stranger also reached the entrance of the police station. As soon as he saw the police coming out, his face turned extremely ugly, and he turned around and tried to sneak away. The police officer had sharp eyes and quick hands. He took a few steps and caught up with the stranger, grabbing him in an instant. The police officer asked the stranger with a serious look, "Why were you chasing this little cat?" The stranger lowered his head and stammered, unable to say a word. The police officer searched the stranger's pocket and found the fluffy little mouse toy and some strange things. It turned out that this stranger was a bad guy who specialized in using toys and delicious food to tempt little animals and then taking them away to sell. The police officer handed the little mouse toy to Lily and said with a smile, "Little kitty, here's your toy back. Don't trust strangers so easily in the future." Lily meowed happily and rubbed her little head against the police officer's hand. Then, the police officer took the stranger back into the police station. Lily watched as the police officer took the bad guy away and was extremely happy. She thought the police officer was as amazing as a superhero, able to protect everyone. Lily walked out of the police station. The sun shone warmly on her. She thought back to the scary experience just now and secretly decided that she would definitely listen to her mom in the future and never be deceived by strangers again. Lily went back to the town square and played happily with her friends again. The town became lively and happy once more. Lily also understood that there are a lot of fun and delicious things in this world, but there are also dangers hidden in it. Only by being careful all the time can she protect herself and live happily all the time. When Lily returned to the town square, her friends immediately surrounded her. Everyone was asking one after another, curiously, what had happened to Lily. Lily told them the whole story of how she met the stranger in detail. She told them how the stranger tried to tempt her with the little mouse toy, how scared she was, and finally how she ran to the police station and let the police officer catch the bad guy. After hearing this, Max's eyes widened and he shouted, "Wow, Lily, you're so brave. If I had encountered such a thing, I would probably have been so scared that I wouldn't know what to do." Tweet flapped his wings beside and shouted, "Yes, yes, Lily is so great. We all have to be like Lily in the future and never trust strangers easily." Lily was a bit embarrassed when she heard her friend's praise. She scratched her head with her little paw and said, "Actually, at first, I almost fell for it. Fortunately, I remembered what my mom told me. Otherwise, I would definitely have gone with that bad guy." So, everyone must remember that no matter what fun or delicious things a stranger offers, we can't go with them. In order to make her friends remember this firmly, Lily came up with a great idea. She proposed that they hold a publicity activity in the town to tell other little animals to be careful when they meet strangers. Her friends thought this idea was wonderful as soon as they heard it and all raised their little paws in favor. Then, Lily and her friends got busy and made publicity posters together. These posters were so beautiful. There was a big red cross drawn on them. Under the cross was a stranger trying to tempt little animals with a toy, and there were several big words written beside it, "Don't trust strangers. Protect yourself." After making the posters, everyone took the posters and posted them all over the town. They posted the posters on the big trees so that little animals passing by could see them as soon as they looked up. They also posted them on the store windows so that little animals shopping could see them. The town square's bulletin board was also pasted with them so that more little animals could notice. Everywhere they went, Lily and her friends would patiently tell other little animals how to deal with strangers. A little rabbit asked, "If a stranger says he'll take me to a place with a lot of delicious food, how should I answer?" Lily said seriously, "You have to shout, 'No way,' and then run away as fast as you can. Go find your parents or the police officer right away." A little monkey asked, "What if a stranger keeps following me?" Tweet quickly replied, "Then you shout, 'Help,' loudly so that people around can hear you, and run towards a crowded place." Through this publicity activity, the little animals in the town learned a lot of knowledge about protecting themselves. Everyone understood that although there are a lot of fun and delicious things in this world, there are also many hidden dangers. We have to be careful all the time. From then on, the little animals in the town became more united and more vigilant. They reminded each other and took care of each other, guarding this beautiful and warm home together. After this incident, Lily also became braver and more confident. She knew that she could not only protect herself but also help other friends. She was so proud and became a little hero in everyone's hearts. A few days later, the town welcomed a super grand festival celebration. Wow, the whole town became like a magical world, all colorful. There were all kinds of colorful lights hung on both sides of the street, twinkling like stars that had come down to earth. Colorful balloons were tied to the trees. When the gentle breeze blew, the balloons swayed gently as if greeting everyone. A big stage was set up in the square, which was the place for wonderful shows. Lily and her friends were overjoyed. They came to the square early, ready to enjoy this celebration to the fullest. Everyone was jumping and running, extremely happy. However, just when everyone was immersed in the joy, trouble came. A naughty little fox sneaked into the town. This little fox was very sly. Seeing that all the little animals were only focused on the celebration, he had a wicked idea in his mind. The little fox secretly went to one booth after another. When the vendors weren't paying attention, he stole a lot of delicious food and beautiful little ornaments. Soon, the little animals found that their things had been stolen. Everyone was very angry, looking at each other, not knowing who had done this bad thing. Lily saw how worried and sad her friends were and thought to herself, "I must help everyone find the thief." Lily was very serious. She carefully observed the scene and found some strange footprints. These footprints were small and pointed, completely different from the footprints of common little animals. Lily suddenly remembered that she had seen in an animal encyclopedia before that a fox's footprints were like this. Now Lily had an idea in her mind. She thought it was very likely that a fox had stolen the things. In order to catch the thief, Lily found a few very smart friends and discussed a plan together. They decided to divide into several groups and patrol and observe in every corner of the town. Lily led her group and was responsible for patrolling near the square because there were the most little animals in the square and the thief might come again. During the patrol, Lily was very careful. Her eyes were wide open, and her ears were perked up, always paying attention to the movements around her, not missing any suspicious signs. Suddenly, Lily saw a figure moving furtively behind a booth. She moved closer gently and slowly. Oh, it was the naughty little fox, about to steal something again. Lily wasn't flustered at all. She quietly sent a signal to her other friends. Then, everyone slowly surrounded the little fox. The little fox found that he was surrounded and tried to run away. However, Lily and her friends cooperated very well and blocked his way at once. At first, the little fox played tricks and shouted, "I didn't steal. It wasn't me." Lily wasn't in a hurry. She took out the footprint evidence she had found before. The vendors from other booths also came over and one by one pointed out how the little fox had stolen things. Now the little fox had nothing to say and had to lower his head and admit his mistake. The little animals finally got their stolen things back. Everyone was extremely happy and gave Lily and her friends thumbs up. After this incident, Lily gained a lot. She not only helped the town solve a big problem but also understood how powerful the power of cooperation was. Moreover, Lily became braver and smarter. She knew that in the future, when she encountered difficulties again, as long as she thought calmly and united with her friends, she would definitely be able to come up with a way to solve the problem. Kids, Lily's story tells us that although the world outside is full of beauty and novelty, there are also hidden dangers. Remember not to trust strangers easily. When you encounter difficulties, think calmly and bravely ask for help. At the same time, the power of unity and cooperation is endless. As long as everyone works together, there is no problem that cannot be solved.